Shalom, Yashwala. This your brother Dawada from GMS St. Petersburg, Florida, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for your Akim pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. All right, so I wanted to jump into this quick little topic. Basically dealing with the mark of the beast and the mark of the beast system. And, if it's not evident by now, you know what I'm saying, what the mark of the beast is, it's the RFID chip. I don't know what kind of rock you're sleeping under, you know what I'm saying? Now, the RFID chip, yes, is the mark of the beast, all right? But along with the RFID chip, you have a whole system that go along with this damn thing, You got different components that make these things work. So you'll hear about, what that dude name is? Elon Musk talk about this, what is it? BCI, brain computer interface. All right, they want to be able to connect your human body to a damn microchip into a computer. All right, and the way they doing that is through what? One way they doing it through the chemtrails and Morgellons disease, and also through your food and stuff like that. Morgellons disease is used to create a new a neural system in your body. All right, like where your nerves and stuff is, so that this damn chip can plug into that. All right, when you get the RFID chip. All right, to basically make you like a cyborg or a damn computer or some shit like that, so they can upload you to this here cloud and using 5G internet speed. All right, and integrate you into these here smart cities. All right, so saying that to say this all carnally, if you can't spiritually see that the RFID chip is the component that holds all this here together, and that's the damn mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? Just look at this whole thing carnally. Why are they building this system so big and ramping this shit up so fast, and they really going for this shit. And look how insane these people really going. When I exposed to you this damn Agenda 2045, I'm like, yo, Agenda 2045 has got them set for them having this mark of the beast system already in place. Now, Lord willing, and we know, just Lord willing, we not here at 2045. But anyway, they name it 2045. But as you see and you hear these plans and the time frame they have going forth, they don't plan for this thing to reach out in 2045. They plan for this shit to be done within by 2020. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start this here video. But as you listen to this here video, listen to certain key words and the time frames and the things that they got going on, and look around you. All right. This is what they plan. This is what they planning. All right. So you can see that yes, they planning for this RFID chip to chip everybody to get us in this new society. All right. Now, hold on. I got to break some of this down. The world's on global change. Yeah, because Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth. And the devil know he got but a short time. So he's trying to change all this outcome. All right.
Transmission has increased by multiples of millions. The rate of globally significant events and that of discoveries and crises is growing exponentially. Our civilization is like an uncaptained ship sailing on rough seas with neither chart nor compass, all the while moving faster and faster. The time we have to make the right decisions is shorter and shorter. We are facing the choice to fall into a new dark age.
Hey. The devil know he got but a short time, all right? And they talking about going into a new dark age when Jakes was ruling, all right? And them going back into captivity. So they, through the spirit, they revealing exactly what their plan is.
Into affliction and degradation.
1,000 years of hardcore bondage and extermination. This is what they trying to prevent. They know that the prophecies is coming to pass. They are spending their billions, if not trillions and trillions of dollars to prevent this from happening. All right, and what are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, so-called men of the Lord, not the ones that's actually doing something about it, but, the ones that's on the fence or whatever, what are y'all doing about it, You don't got to spend trillions and trillions of dollars, but you just put in your time, Put your hand onto the plow,
Find a new model for human development and create not simply a new...
That's what I want right there. Let me go back.
You're facing the choice to fall into a new dark age, into affliction and degradation, or to find a new model for human development and create not simply a new civilization, but a new mankind.
They want a new model and a new mankind, a model that's not of the Most High and with the prophecies modeled after the prophecies, but they want to make their own path with a whole new human being that's not subjected, to so-called to the Most High's powers,
Historic crises show that to break the deadlock, we need technological revolution. It is clear that today's revolution will also require the deepest social transformation. The world's community and leaders should encourage resources on solving momentary problems. To focus on the technologies of the future, nanotech.
Now they're gonna explain different technologies, but all what they was showing that social media they use, that's not for your entertainment. That's for them to steer you into this and predictively program your ass to this new system. Now they about to break down these new different type of technologies like nanotechnology. If you don't know about that, that's something to research in. Nanotechnology is like basically stuff at the size of a grain of sand, or a grain of salt, something that size,
Technology, biotechnology, information technology,
biotechnology, that's talking about just a specific gene, or technologies like I did a video about that Funvax, or the VMAT2 gene, they can just specifically look out, search out a certain gene and target a certain gene.
Technology, genetics and robotics. Doing so will allow us to find new sources of energy, create fundamentally new architecture and transportation, allow unprecedented developments of human cognitive abilities, refine artificial intelligences and brain-computer interfaces, simulate complex systems, create humanoid robots and cyborgs, and with the help of nanorobots, we may develop manageable matter. Find ways.
Now they're gonna go into all of that a lot deeper, but nevertheless, as they talking about making these nano robots to have these different bodies and shit like that, and so they can live forever, man. The so-called white man is far out there, and this ain't no joke. This is what he really spending his money for. This is what they coming out with AI and all this bullshit for, man. If he had it his way, man, he would continue on with this here path, and he would have it his way.
To transfer one's personality to an artificial carrier. Yet what we need is not just another technological revolution, but a new
Now, let me spill the beans on something real fast.
to transfer.
The reason that they have all these different apps like Snapchat and shit like that and Facebook is to get all your damn information. They want the biometrics is reading in your body. It's with the fingerprints and the retina scans and all that, the facial recognition and all that's for. You know what I'm saying? And they getting this other information to put onto this chip. They need all of this, so they, like I said, they want to transfer it basically from your brain into the damn cloud on this computer chip,
One's personality to an artificial carrier. Yet what we need is not just another technological revolution, but a new civilizational paradigm. We need new philosophy and ideology, new ethics, new.
And as they go into, they need a new way. They need to get rid of the old way, the law, statutes, commandments completely. All right, because of the RFID or the mark of the beast is written about in there, and they don't need that to be exposed because they need to go on with their plan. So as you see, they blatantly telling you, bro, we got to get rid of the old way, get rid of your Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and we got this new way of going, and we're gonna just reign as robots and holographs. How they have it? They say holographic images and goddamn these nanobots that can create all kind of random ass bodies.
Culture, a new psychology, and even new metaphysics. We must reset our limits, go beyond ourselves, beyond the Earth, and beyond the solar system. This is an adequate response to the challenges of our time. Thus, new reality and future man will arise. Could it happen spontaneously, by itself? Unlikely. Humanity does not have a master plan of its development. It seeks stability. It lives in the present and does not plan. It preserves the status quo and tries to escape development. It does not tend to map future centuries and take responsibility for evolution. In consumer society.
That's because the so-called white man has got everybody dumbed down and just look at the bread and circuses and not worry about the things that's at hand. Therefore, he can control it all. But nevertheless,
Culture, there is no evolutionary vocabulary and rhetoric. To break the deadlock, the Russia 2040.
all right, they're gonna get into this timeline. But nevertheless, you wouldn't need to be trying to evolve no damn civilization if you didn't goddamn digress from being in a righteousness state. Like, what's more righteous than being in righteousness? But nevertheless, listen to this here timeline and what they got planned in this here timeline. And like I said, if you look around, they're not planning for this to extend out to 2045. This shit is damn near done now.
Movement was founded. It is a mega project intended to reach new heights and meanings.
First of all, they said 2011. 2010, Barack Obama came out with the Brain Initiative program, all right? Putting it in law that every American was going to have this damn chip inside their brain.
Intend to create a new vector for civilization, aimed at constant human development and evolution. As happened with the mega projects of the last century, the nuclear and the space programs, we integrate the latest discoveries and developments from primitive science. May everlasting spiritual ideals and values help us avoid going astray. Our project will give new meanings to the millions of people on Earth, will become a result of their joint creativity, and will lead us out of the impasse. Away from the murder of nature and physical death, forward to the realm of freedom and creativity, to the depths of the ocean and to the stars, to the infinite universe of our inner world.
Back to the Garden of Eden, you know, thou shalt not surely die. You know what I'm saying? Esau.
Our forecast for the next 40 years. February 2012. Global Future 2045 Congress is held in Moscow. It is a debate platform for discussion of our civilization's prospects for development. 2012 to 2013, the global economic and social crises are exacerbated. The debates on the global paradigm of future...
So he said that these things are exacerbated. So basically, they like all exhausted. They didn't came out. They didn't ran all the damn social projects that they could push towards their so-called new world order and this and that. People just not buying that no more. And that's what you see the rise of these so-called false flag truthers revealing all this truth and exposing all this and that. People not believing that no more. So now they coming into this here new phase where they need to control people with this damn chip. All right.
Development intensifies. New transhumanist movements and parties emerge. Russia.
And another thing, showing you that they had all this here planned out, because this is before 2012 when they initiated all of this, right? I believe, or before 2011 when they initiated all of this, all right? They had the whole plan planned out, all right? Before these years would come to pass, they had already organized these different protests and calamities and things like that, all right?
2045 transforms into World 2045. Simultaneously, the 2045.com international social network for open innovation is expanding. Here, anyone interested may propose a project, take part in working on it, or fund it, or both. In the network, there are scientists, scholars, researchers, financiers, and managers.
Now, they're about to start breaking down what these new bodies is going to start looking like according to their plans, all right? How they going to have everybody broke down into these different robotic shits. Pay close attention because the source of all this is the RFID chip.
2013 to 2040. New centers working on cybernetic technologies for the development of radical life extension rise. The race for immortality starts. 2015 to 2020. The Avatar is created. A robotic human copy controlled by thought via brain-computer interface. It becomes as popular as a car. In Russia and in the world appear, in testing mode, several breakthrough projects. Android...
They said it come as popular as cars by 2020, right at the end, right? We've just now about to go into 2019, and as you see, is Sophia and all this AI and all this stuff is coming out in the news left and right, left and right. You can get apps with AI, you can get phones with AI, all kind of crazy shit like that now to the consumers. So, hey, man, they plan on pushing this here chip right around the damn corner, man. They about to make this mandatory for everybody around the corner because they about ready to start moving into these new bodies, all right?
Robots to replace people in manufacturing tasks. Android robot servants for every home. Thought control.
They say Android.
Several breakthrough projects.
They say Android for every home. They talking about is everybody in there. Everybody gonna be a goddamn robot at this point in time. Not that you gonna have a robot to oversee your ass. You gonna be inside the damn house as a robot yourself.
Android robots to replace people in manufacturing tasks. Android robot servants for every home. Thought-controlled avatars to provide telepresence in any place of the world and abolish the need for business trips. Flying cars. Thought-driven mobile communications built into the body or sprayed onto the skin.
Sprayed onto the skin. That's talking about that more gallons that they raining down from the sky for these nanotechnologies or nanobots to go inside your damn skin. But again, they telling you, you basically gonna be plugged into the damn matrix, living into a virtual reality world at this point in time. Now they down talking this as if this is just the first stage of these damn robots, and they just all not very much that you can really do to it. You can plug into it and everything like that, you know, transfer your brain into it and everything, but it's not too much. And they got, you know, a couple different levels on. But to this day, they got this shit right here, right now, already ready to go right now. All right.
2020 to 2025, an autonomous system providing life support for the brain and allowing it interaction with the environment is created. The brain is transplanted into an Avatar B. With Avatar B, man receives new, expanded life. 2000.
Now, They about to go into this. And this is only, what, 5 years out, right? 6 years out, about 6 years out, right? You think that within 6 years they're going to come out with all this development when they ain't even released the first robot yet? They already got this shit lined up, man. They're going to take your brain and basically download your brain into this shit. Obama's 2010 Brain Initiative program, all right? They already got the brain interlaced with you with the Morgellons right now, all right? They just plan on hooking you up to this damn system, letting you know they don't need you and your body. They can just plug your brain into this, all right? And they're going to talk about something at death. You can transfer your brain over. But in reality, when you're going to be born, they're going to basically kill your ass and put your brain into this thing, just like in the movie The Matrix.
25. The new generation of avatars provides complete transmission of sensations from all 5 sensory robot organs to the operator. 2030 to 2035. Rebrain. The colossal project of brain reverse engineering is implemented. World science comes very close to understanding the principles of consciousness. 2035. The first successful attempt to transfer one's personality to an alternative carrier. The epoch of cybernetic immortality begins.
Which they already got this technology, but they only talking about, what, 15 years down the road to have all this shit. 2045 ain't that far out. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about 2020 and stuff like that, then 2030, shit, we like, what, a year and a month, like, not even a whole year and a month away from 2019, so another year to that's 2020 already. And they talking about being on stage 2 of the robots, all right? Now we at 2030, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that far out.
2040 to 2050. Bodies made of nanorobots that can take any shape. Arise alongside hologram bodies. 2040.
So when they talk about those nanobodies, it's basically like the movie Transformers, or there's some other movies like, a great movie. When you look at Spawn, the movie Spawn, and that damn black goo, that's a real thing. When you look at up the black goo and shit like that, all right? But this nanotechnology, that's where they get that shit from that black goo, this nanotechnology, self-replicating, all this shit, all right? And it's the same thing as that movie, damn, what did I just say it was called? Venom. Not Spawn. I don't know if I said Spawn or Venom, but Venom and Spider-Man. He get that black suit on his ass, and he has symbiote. It's like the human mixed with that damn technology, you know what I'm saying? And that shit take over. That's the exact same thing. But just imagine, you know, taking any shape and form that you want, like the Transformers and stuff like that. They could switch up their whole shape and everything like that. That's what they talking about. So if you want to, you know, be a human being and then just switch up into a car or switch into a pencil or some shit like that, you'll be able to do that. Or have a holographic body, you know? This is where they, you know, they selling points. But really, in reality, you're not going to be no damn living person, man.
5 to 2050. Drastic changes in social structure and in scientific and technological development. All the prerequisites for space expansion are established. For the man of the future, war and violence are unacceptable. The main priority of his development is spiritual self-improvement. Dawns. The era of neo-humanity.
Right. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? If you want to watch that video, again, it's 2045. Just look up Agenda 2045, all right? And this is the video I just showed. You know, I know I cut it up a little bit. You can watch it again and break it down, you know what I'm saying? But I'll grab some scriptures real fast. Dealing with this bullshit, but just to show you that Esau is currently working on this. It's already been in the plan and everything like that, you know. Before a lot of you brothers then woke up to this truth and found out what the RFID chip or what the mark of the beast was, homeboy had already had this plan implemented. All right, some of you might have just woke up to this truth this year, that year, whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, 2010, Barack Obama signed it into law. 2011, they came out with this Russia 2045 plan. 2012, they made it the global plan. 2013 was the worldwide plan. All right, and they moving this thing here forward, all right? But what? This is all at the hand of the so-called white man trying to prevent, you know, the coming change of the guard, you know? He don't want his kingdom to fall and Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah's kingdom to be raised up, all right? But this is 2 Thessalonians 2, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, all right? For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin, so like it be revealed, the son of perdition. Speaking on falling away, that's talking about us Israelites falling away, that knowing that we was Israelites. Long story short, when Yahweh Shah was walking the scene in Jerusalem, we knew we was Israelites. Up until you found out you was an Israelite till this day, you know what I'm saying? That's you waking back up. We had to fall away from knowing we was Israelites till this day and waking back up. But nevertheless, and it says, in that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. The so-called white man is being revealed every day and showing you these different videos and things like that. It's showing is lining up right to who he gonna be in these scriptures, you know? getting into the RFID chip or the mark of the beast and his systems and things he got going on. Only the devil would do things like this, man. It says, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So what? The Most High is the creator of the heavens and earth and all the things thereof, all the elements, and creating man and structuring man how he's supposed to be in their future. But what? The so-called white man said, no, we're going to restructure all that. We got a new plan for humanity. We don't need these bodies no more. We got new bodies. We're going to be transhumans. We're going to do this and that. We're going to transfer the soul, the spirit. You know, we're going to erase faith from off the face of the earth. And we're going to just keep living demonically in this. You know, we're going to preserve this time, this time in history forever. You know, the so-called white man's rulership. We're going to freeze time or stop the time clock and freeze time right where we at, ruling over top of the earth so that we'll never fall. All right. That's what the so-called white man say. All right. It says, remember ye not that when I was with you, yet I told you these things. But let me go back. It says, who opposed them and exalted himself above that is all called God. All right. The Most High is the creator of all these things, but yet the so-called white man trying to say he created all these things. And it says, actually, let me grab one quick precept. Where is that at? I think it's Nehemiah 9 and 12. Let me see. Nope, 9 and 6. Nehemiah 9 and 6. Even thou art Yahweh alone. Thou hast made the heaven and the heavens of heavens and all their hosts, and the earth and all the things that are therein, the sea and all that is therein, and thou preservest them all, Salakia, and thou preservest them all, and the hosts of heaven and all preservest them all, and the hosts of heaven worship thee. So the Most High is the creator of all these things, and everything, you know, in righteousness is supposed to worship the Most High. But the so-called white man trying to be God is trying to sit in, the temple of the Most High, trying to be worshipped by everything else. Now I recreated all these things and gave you a better body, a body of immortality. You can live forever like this, under our ways. But He's gonna be in control of all of that. All right. Going back to 2 Thessalonians 2, going to verse 6. And now you know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken away. And that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And right now you got his prophets exposing who the so-called white man is by way of these videos on how it's in the Bible. Like in this video, showing his 2045 plan is one of his evil, wicked plans of implementing a mark of the beast and trying to rule forever, exposing his evil, wicked plans. All right. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Also with those chariots and those nukes, even whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs of lying wonders. And yet you see Satan recreating all these things in wickedness. All right. It's not the Chinese is developing all this technology and coming up with all this stuff. It's not the Arabs or the Africans doing all this or the East Indians doing it. It's the so-called white man that's doing these things. All right. It says, with all deceivableness and unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. All right. And it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. And yeah, you believe in a lie. The so-called white man is telling you, oh, you can live forever. You can live in this body, blah, blah, blah. You can have all righteousness and not be sick no more. Not knowing that evil, wicked motherfucker going to turn your shit off. And then you're going to be dead. You're just going to be dead. All right. And you're going to be a slave to him completely. You can't leave that slavery. Just like in the movie The Matrix. They had all them people that was born in those little false ass, fake ass wombs, and they was all plugged into the thing. They was harvesting your real body. Yet you think living life in a damn video game. All right. And shit, even worse than that, they could program you to have a horrible life every damn time. So what the hell is that about? Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weakest the nations? All right, talking about the so-called white man. How you falling down, man? You got all these different plans and shit that you got going on, but the Most High finna cut you down to the ground, man. All right, it says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregations in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And him ascending above the heights of the clouds with his satellites and his different things like that. Like these systems that they talking about in this video, a lot of that's going to be ran off the internet. And that's where his internet and all those things is based in, and what those satellites and outer space and things like that. All right, the so-called white man ascended up there, and with the satellites, he can spy down on you and shoot all these different waves and control your minds with all these different things from up there. But also sitting on the congregations in the sides of the north, sitting on top of the Israelites, controlling us. All right, this is what the so-called white man got in his mind plan to do, trying to exterminate us and exterminate us having faith and following after the law, statutes, commandments. This is what he's trying to get rid of. The elect themselves, all right? Let me go to, verse 15. You shall be brought down to the pits you shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pits, and they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake the kingdoms? But I'll read 17. That made the world a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. And that's what he's doing right now, bombing the planet. But nevertheless, if you can think back into the movie The Matrix, when they was in that one world where they seen when their little ships was flying around, like Morpheus's ship, Zion or Babylon, whatever it was called, was flying around. And that little world where they was flying around, that's the so-called real world. But they got you plugged into this fake ass world, all right? But what? He trying to make the world a whole damn, where you in the damn prison, basically just locked up into some shit, making the whole world a wilderness, and you just plugged in, living into a vast reality world, man. It's the so-called devil doing this with his smart cities and stuff. Let me give you this system he's trying to make. Revelation 13 and 15. We all know about this. All right. 16, Salaki, Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all both small and rich. He calls all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So he gonna put you into this system like we was just reading, man. If you don't have that brain interlace deal, or basically the chip, man, you ain't gonna be able to be a part of that system and get that holographic body or that nano body or whatnot, and fit into that society that they push it forth within the next 20 years, man. They plan on having all this implemented within the next 25 years, you see? All right, this ain't nothing that they looking out, 100 years out, 200 years out, or something like that in the future. That's not gonna be in your lifetime. They planning on this right. They got the technology to make it happen right now, this day. All right, this is Job 5, but this is what the Most High say about it. Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. The Most High is what? Disappointing the devices of the crafty. Who's crafty? So-called white man's taking that counsel against us, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And what is their enterprise? The enterprise is what? This New World Order system, this Agenda 2045 shit that they got popping off. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. So why they wasting their time and their energy trying to eliminate the men of the Lord? What? The Lord gonna come back and destroy these damn people, all right? Like the scripture also say, look, except those days be short and no flesh will be saved. Because why? You see homeboy trying to turn everybody into a damn robot living in a virtual world. So we would all be cut off, no longer procreating. All right, we would just be goddamn robots and clones of goddamn computer simulations. All right, I'm gonna close out with this. Revelation 14. So if you get this damn chip, 14 and 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into his cup of indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image and worship, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right. So if you take that RFID chip and you want to live in that new so-called society of 2045 and all these new cities and things like that, man, the Most High gonna do a number on you. All right, he already got it set that the so-called white man is not gonna prevail with his systems, man. Let me give you one more precept. We're gonna close out with that. All right, so we know that this Agenda 2045 it's not gonna be, how do I say, he's not gonna get the keys to this shit and live a go off and live happily ever after. All right, but yet we also see that this is also according to the scripture, talking about he caused all both small and great to receive this mark. And as you see carnally what he's doing in his system, he's preparing that system right now. All right, this is Job 20 and 18. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and shall not rejoice, and he shall not rejoice therein. Talking about the so-called white man, all the things he's labored for, all these different things, he's gonna have to wind up throwing it all back up. All right, he's gonna wind up giving it all that back. Verse 19, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away a house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. There shall no man look for his goods. All right. So he basically about to vomit up. Let me go up a little bit. Let me read this verse 15, because it break it down right here. He have swallowed down riches and shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. All right. And what? All these things he's laboring for, he going to wind up casting up out of his belly. All right. It says Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly and getting in that Agenda 2045, all right, when he about to have everything in his eyes, finalized, and he gonna live forever, he got the crown of his kingdom. He putting ice on the cake and cutting the ribbon and having grand opening day. All right, 2045 is when he have that plan, not too far off from here. All right, that's when he think he got everything accomplished. It says, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. All right, so while he think he about to start enjoying this, the Most High gonna rain this upon him. All right, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow still shall strike him through. That's when the Most High gonna bring that judgment on, when he's starting to eat and so-called enjoying the fruits of his labor. He gonna throw it all back up, man. The Most High is about to disappoint the devices of the crafty. All right. Lord, on this here video was edifying unto the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation, much love for you, Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth, and enduring afflictions to edify, to feed and edify the elect. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.